my name is Jamie Curtis, and on this week's online video announcements, we will be doing the week of September 4th through September 8th. On Monday, September 4th, there is no school in honor of Labor Day weekend, and there's a Monday night band rehearsal at 6 p.m. at the band hall. On Tuesday, September 5th, there's Volleyball versus Sweetwater at Sweetwater, JV White at 4, JV Green at 5, and Varsity at 6:15. On Wednesday, September 6th, there's a Grandparents' Day luncheon at East Elementary beginning at 10:40 a.m. On Thursday, September 7th, there's another Grandparents' Day luncheon at South Elementary beginning at 11 a.m. and there's JV football versus Minter Wells at Minter Wells, and there will be more details posted online about that. On Friday, September 8th, there's another Grandparents' Day luncheon at North Elementary at 11 a.m. and there's varsity football versus Minter Wells at home beginning at 7:30 p.m. On Saturday, September 9th, there's volleyball at home versus Snyder, JV beginning at 10 and varsity to follow. We also have 3 interviews with Coach Hubble, Coach Dieterich, and Coach Yarbrough, and they're going to tell us all about how their seasons are going.
Good morning, Coach. How are you doing?
Good. Doing well. Thank you very much.
Well, you've had a couple of scrimmages now. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're seeing?
Yes. Really, the scrimmages are just a glorified practice against somebody else, so that's how we approach them. Jacksboro scrimmage did all right. There were a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, just like you would expect there to be. They did a good job. They showed up. You know, it wasn't like we were. Both of our scrimmages were opponents that we've got some respect for, so it was good for us. Moved the ball a little bit against Jacksboro. They scored on us a little more than I wanted. We had some breakdowns, but that's kind of what you hope happens. Well, you don't hope it happens, but I'd rather it happen now than whenever we get to game time. So hopefully we got some of those things corrected, saw where we made mistakes and fixed them. Against Jacksboro, we were able to move the ball from time to time and move up and down the field. Didn't have our whole offense in, which we still don't, but that's all right. And struggled to punch it in a couple of times, but moved the ball. We're successful in moving the ball up and down the field, and the touchdowns will come as we get a little better. Against Early, defensively, I felt like we made some of those corrections. Their ones didn't score on us at all. I think the 2s scored once, so a little bit of improvement. Early probably not quite as good as Jacksboro was, but that doesn't really matter. It's still more about us and how we're executing. Offensively, we were able to score quite a bit. We were able to hit some long balls on them, and just looking to really put all that together and get ready to play some football games and open up with Cisco, and just look forward to seeing when we can do it on Friday night.
Well, that's exciting. We hope everybody from around here comes out and packs Buckaroo Stadium for you.
Yeah, I still say Buckaroo Stadium's the greatest stadium in a long ways. There's some really nice ones in the Metroplex and that, but as far as stadium atmosphere and feel, I think Buckaroo Stadium is the best.
Well, all right, Coach, we're excited and we look forward to seeing you Friday night against Cisco.
Thank you very much. Look forward, hope to see everybody out there. As always, whenever we play our first home game, when our first game is our home game, we always want to pay tribute to the tradition of Breckenridge, and we like to refer to that game as the Jerry Tubbs Kickoff Classic. And Jerry was a great Buckaroo, of course, that played here, and then went on to Oklahoma, and then played for the Cowboys and a couple of other teams, and ended up coaching for the Cowboys. So a lot of tradition. We hope to see everybody out there and give them something fun to watch.
All righty. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach Yarbrough, will you tell us how things are going with this year's volleyball team?
Yes, Jamie, I'd love to. This year's volleyball team is off to kind of a slow start. We're kind of doing a hills and valleys type thing, but we kind of keep going up as we go, maybe not going quite down so low every time, but trying to peak right about the time of district.
Alrighty, and what are some specific things you're working on right now?
We are working on trying to speed up our offense a little bit, getting our passes to our setters better so that we can throw the defense off a little bit more with some quick sets and some surprise hits and things like that.
And what are some of this year's toughest opponents?
Everybody we've played so far. No, not really. We really have a tough pre-district schedule, and that is kind of set up on purpose to get our games sped up and be ready for district, and then on into the playoffs we'll be ready to face those tougher teams when we get there.
Hey Coach D, would you tell us how the cross-country team is shaping up this year?
We have a really good team this year, girls and boys. Right now we've got I think 20 girls and 14 boys, and they're working really hard. Something that I like about the team this year, they're really competitive. They're more competitive than just as a whole, as a team, boys and girls, than we've had in the last few years. I mean, we've had good teams, but everybody is, working against each other, and a lot of times in practice it's easy to just kind of be okay with running with your teammate, and our kids this year are really already trying to get better and trying to make sure that we get out of district and try to get to the state meet. And everything we do, they're pushing each other, they're racing to the finish and racing it out to see who can finish first. And we've got a lot of young kids this year with our returners. So right now we're really proud of their hard work in their first meet.
Would you tell us about your Santo meet?
Yes, ma'am. We were really proud of the effort that they put out at Santo. It ended up, due to kind of weather and some cancellations of teams, that it ended up as a practice meet. And a lot of times when you tell your team that we're having a practice meet, they automatically kind of sit back and relax and think, oh, it's just us and, a couple more teams. But, I mean, we went to compete. They did a really good job. We had more runners than Santo did to start off, right off the bat. And they competed very well. I mean, their effort was more like their first meet was going to a regular meet that we were going to be placed and medaled and got team awards. Every one of them, something that we were proud of, and we noticed like the other team, kind of got in that thing that we're talking about. Okay, it's a practice meet, so we're going to do okay, but it's a practice meet. And they just kind of came jogging in and finished. And again, every single person on our team, when they hit that last 100 meters, they finished up on the track, and every single one of them came sprinting in and tried to pass people, or made sure nobody passed them, or fought it out with one of our teammates that were up there. So we were really proud of their effort, and we're looking forward to our next meet. It's at Perkins Scout Camp, and it's actually the Burnett meet. It's on the outside of Wichita Falls, and it's a pretty tough course. So we're going to have to use some of this effort that we've been putting into practice in our practice meet to do well in this next meet.
We have a special new Meet the Bugs video that we'll be posting in a few days, so be on the lookout for that. And also, we learned something very interesting from Coach Pierce about the school song, and we are producing that right now, so also be on the lookout for that.
Hi, I'm Samantha Stevens, and I'm a varsity cheerleader, and I'd like to say thank you to everyone who came out today to our Knock Out the Loboes pep rally. And I would also like to invite everyone to come out next week at 9:35 in LT Cook Gym to our tribute for the 9/11, and dress in your red, blue, and white, and we'll see you there. And after this video announcement, we'll have clips from the pep rally. Thank y'all.